Hey guys, and welcome to a game of Without Within. I am HawwkEagle and I'm pressing start. No, I'm pressing options. Bet you didn't see that coming. Ha! Not gonna stuff with that, because last time I stuffed with that, stuff happened. Burn two! Burn two! Burn two! Burn two! The chants of my fans echoed through the door in front of me. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. "Please prepare yourself, Miss Fenty. Once I open this door, we'll head straight for our limo." The guard had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to these crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. "Oh, look at me, I'm so fabulous. Oh, look at them lips. Them good kisses, dear." A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoo them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on after all. I blew a kiss for these star-struck peasants. "Miss Fenty, please let us hurry," my bodyguard said. It's funny how my bodyguard has a higher voice than me. Too bad for him. I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. You seen that ad that goes, "Stomp, stomp, stomp like a horse"? A group of reporters managed to worm through the crowd. They now tiptoed over my guards in hopes of scoring that exclusive. "Fenty, how does it feel to have won another Calligraphy of the Year, a reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention. "Fenty, may I get a photo of you?" "Can you sign some autographs for my kids? And two for me, of course." "Oh my god, I can't believe it's this close to Venti!" My fans stamped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled out their pepper sprays to keep these fans in check. A young male reached in my direction despite having a spray aimed at his face. Rather admirable for a peasant. I extended a hand for this male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. Yeah, my nails are definitely perfectly polished. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could. "Most fun too! Most fun too!" the crowd chanted as my car window pulled up. How odd. They never referred to me as a miss. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. "Most fun too! Most fun too!" Ah! Look at her kawaii face! It's so cute, and look at her wee doll. Doll, you're so cute. Oh. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in a limousine for a good 30 seconds. In real life, my only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for the car anyway. Actually, this single room with cracked walls might be an insult to the world apartment. Pull up those curtains for a spectacular $1 view featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow. Open the window if you wish to smell the gross as well. I changed gross to sewage. Breathtaking experience. Yeah, it'll take your breath and not give it back. Ever. By the way, sorry. I need to take back the one room thing. This place actually had 2 rooms, thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet. That still counted, right?
the toilet clogged 3 times a month. So be careful when using it. I don't think I'm ever going to use it. Sorry, Vinty. Oh, I am Vinty. Oh.
Miss Vinty! Miss Vinty!
A woman's voice echoed from outside. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock. 6 a.m? Waiting another hour or two would have been nice. She probably just wanted to tell me about another rent rise. Nothing good ever came out of that woman's mouth. I would be better off staying in bed. Ooh, what shall we do? I reckon let's rise and shine. Coming! As I changed into something more appropriate, the landlady still kept knocking. I said I was coming, did I not? Maybe I should walk out naked if that's what she dug. That's what I dug. If this were a game, maybe we might get a cell boost too. Oh, you definitely would.
Good morning, Miss Vinci,
the landlady said.
I must ask, what's with that hair? It looks like you just woke up.
The music changed. That's because I did.
It's a waste for young ladies like you to sleep away your youth.
The landlady shook her head. She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her, but I decided against it, as doing so would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I enraged her, she would squash me into a Venti-flavoured pancake. Oh, I could do that. I would eat that any time. Sorry, guys.
Miss Vinci, your rent was due 3 days ago.
Oh. Well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, madame. My next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning. The landlady grunted.
All right. Just know that if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live.
She spun round to leave. Once she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of my cracked wall to fall off. Tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wall fragments flaking off. Bet you it came from, like, right there. That bit there. Anyways. Great. The landlady will make me pay for that next month. Once I become an accomplished calligrapher, she would beg for a chance to shine my shoe. Hey, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. I would follow in their footsteps, but first, I need to put in the work. Oh, look at that picture. That's pretty cool. And so, I returned to the busiest street in my area. I don't look very busy. Looks like it's just you. With my calligraphy spread before me, I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared at me, mixed with people shouting things about others' mothers.
Your mama's so dumb. She can't even sit on a bike without going away.
Okay, no, that was bad. Did I miss one? Don't tell me I can't tell if I missed one. Uh-oh. Can I, like, right-click? Guys. I am saving. What's going on? I killed it. Told you I shouldn't be playing around. These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. One of the many things I dealt with in the name of art. Pedestrians took up almost every inch of space on the street ahead. Surely this would be the day someone would spot my talent. Dot dot dot. 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 As always, no one afforded me any more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered with praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people you reached out to will buy your work. I could live with that. Even just 1%, please. Anything but 0. What about 2? It says 2 up here, so maybe she should use 2. I reckon 2's a good number for her. I wanted to scream at these people. They had no idea how much sweat I poured into these calligraphies. It doesn't look like they're very hard. Anyway. Should we rant or preserve? I reckon we should persevere. One of them. I wasn't reading. I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Ever. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You're charging for these? I managed a tiny nod. Ew. The man snorted. I would never hang these on my walls, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen. Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. I think I'll restrain myself. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew the man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled up in my eyes, and I clenched my fist to hold them back. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna cry. Yet. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had a lost child on our hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. Right, I'm a nice person, so I'm going to help him. If I judged others for abandoning a child... Oh, music changed. Then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you lose Mummy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost Mummy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed to nod at last, and I whispered good boy into his ear. What's your mummy's name? Hungry. Her name is Hungry? The boy's tummy growled and I realized what he meant. Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich? The kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey, kid, ice cream is more of a dessert, actually. I want ice cream. And so, ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor, poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than letting half of it melt on his shirt. Jessie, the boy said. That's Mummy's name. Jessie! Jessie! I called her. Jessie's girl! It's had to be Jessie's girl. Sorry. I called her as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever. Enough to make me blush, in fact. Maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random the next time I sold my calligraphies. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. Sorry! I'm only the consciousness in your head. Jeez. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Mummy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed towards me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful. Just wonderful. A torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there is something I need help with. The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss. Which way back to the train station? That's it. You could have asked her for help on your calligraphies. The sky had gone dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Vinti for a reason. Actually, no one calls you that, I'm betting. Miss Vinti! The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me, and my tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. Yeah, you gotta add in the yeah, or else it doesn't have the same effect. My explanation was in there somewhere, probably, maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being here during such a busy period. In the end, I took all the blame without a complaint. Well, at one point I locked myself inside a toilet and screamed into the bowl. I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my workmates' heads into the toilet. I do that all the time with my classmates. God, some of them are really annoying. Especially that one. That was for me alone to know, though. At least I earned the paycheck needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but reality kept pressuring me toward finding a second job. Right, I think we're gonna leave it here. If you liked it, put a like down there, and I'll see all you guys next video, I guess. Bye!